our customers. So I don't know. I'm not commenting. I just leaving it to you. I mean, I just got this clip. It is from reliable material, and this is what happened. Another very big name. Documents from a lawsuit unsealed by a federal judge in November reveal that after shipping nearly 12 million potentially defective computers equipped with faulty capacitors from 2003 to 2005, the company had provided its sales force with instructions that included pointers such as don't bring this to customers' attention proactively and emphasize uncertainty. I mean, very, very big names, you know. We all know this. We all use these even brands, even now, and this is not very far away, 2003 to 5. Very big story, but the bottom line is very famous commentator of CNN who used to speak very highly of illegal immigrants working in the United States, had illegal immigrants working for his vast lands. But when he was asked, he said, you know, the bottom line is neither he nor his company has ever hired an illegal immigrant, and says it is not his responsibility to check the status of workers hired by his contractors. So see the technical way out of doing unethical things. So he could not be sued or he could not be, you know, caught because he is using contractor, and contractor is hiring illegal immigrants, so he's not hiring directly. So he's not aware. So simple, you know. I mean, this is the kind of, and these are the things that we see even in our lives, in our corporate world, everywhere, not even in US. But I got these, of course, as I said, you know, that was the biggest economy, biggest such items reported on the net and reliable sources. So I got those. But I think we all see this in and around us. This is very latest, and I'm sure all of you must be following and reading BP, British Petroleum, and his CEO Tony Hayward, what was happening and ultimately what was he doing, and what was the reaction that people in the US government and the Gulf Coast residents, they were all saying that this is all insulting and it's a height of arrogance from this guy. And of course he had to leave, but I mean, see, when you go to the sites of such companies, the corporate sites I'm talking about, not the local ones, go to the main US sites and all that, big ones, the multinationals, and just see what is the CSR, corporate social responsibility, and see what they're doing and what they're talking. Big things, and that when it comes to practical practice by itself within the organization, their own responsibility. This is another one, very latest. I read it on January 5th. It was reported in British Medical Journal, very reliable and reputed journal of UK. See what is happening. This is life threats, unethical practices leading to life issues, health issues. You know, this autism, which is lifelong brain disorder, and it is being caused by this MMR vaccine. And now the report has been retracted. After how many, I don't know, years and decades? The study was in 1998. So can you imagine after 1998 how many years and how many children would have suffered? This is what has happened in healthcare, not just normal industry. Another study, education sector. Dr. Shaida would appreciate this, I think. She is from this industry. Wall Street Journal, I think everyone knows about it. The professor says that the cheating has increased in school students from 20% in 1940s to 75% today. See the jump. 60 years, I think, 60, 70 years maximum. And the students, what they are saying when they are asked and surveyed, in the high school they are cheating for grades, in the colleges they are cheating for career. And what will happen? Foundation. Education is the foundation, right, for careers. Coming to ICAP, coming to ICMAP, ACCA, our own profession, MBAs. If the school and colleges are providing that kind of ethical values and character and building that kind of character, what will happen? If they lack ethics in high school and college, then they should be little surprised that they lack ethics in their careers. Greed and overreaching ambition often end in disastrous personal consequence. Our own newspaper, January 6, Dawn, Citigroup managers face fraud charges in India. Indian police registered a case against the CEO of Citigroup and board members over claims of fraud at a local Indian branch. January 6. See, one day, 2 news clips. Funds for Karachi uplift misused. Funds provided by the Asian Development Bank under a technical assistance loan in 2006 were grossly misused, involving unauthorized expenditures. Latest, January 17th dawn, rupees 1 billion embezzlement surfaced in Karachi Water and Sewerage Board. Funds collected from consumers for new connections not deposited in the KW and SP accounts. 6 to 7 years. Now one question to our own industry people and practitioners, accountants, even if they are in public sector, was there no bank reconciliation? Was there no review? Was there no audit by the Auditor General Office or whatever is applied to KWSB, Sindh Auditor General or Accountant General? And 6 to 7 years, this thing could go on like with falsified kind of challans and deposit slips that they were collecting money and not depositing in Karachi Water and Sewerage Board. I don't know how it was happening. But it's reported in Dawn, and just 3 days back, 17th January, you can refer to Dawn. So all this is leading to what? I think we're just talking, we're just reading ethics in our subject modules, we're just passing those subjects and that's it. I'm not talking about us only. We means everyone in the society. Now I've tried to, I read a lot of material and then I tried to classify that what kinds of frauds or unethical, how can we classify them? How they happen in corporate world normally. So the first category is a company acts fraudulently or unethically to gain unlawful advantage or benefit by harming or undermining the lawful interest of the government by indulging in following, which are economic crimes: evading taxes, not avoiding, evading taxes, smuggling, misdeclarations, and valuation frauds. So this is one category where the corporate segment defrauds the government or the exchequer by adopting one of these, there could be many others, but some of these are very, very general and more often. The second, the company is a victim of the fraudulent activities perpetrated by the employees alone or with the connivance of outsiders, or mainly by the outsiders, possibly with information or tips passed on by any employee. So this is the second category where the employees are responsible, and along with, and the company, is getting this kind of problems because of the employees and connivance with outsiders, or some of the employees are passing some sensitive information to the outsiders. Third one is a group of people join hands in starting certain dubious investment or other quick money making scheme with the intent of cheating a targeted set of people or the public at large. So this is the third category of how frauds are happening, or how the embezzlements are taking place, or what kind of unethical activities are being carried out in the corporate world. Another I'm not talking of a lot of ethics, because first we are talking of the trend, what's going on. Latest survey. I tried to find out if there was any survey in Pakistan, because we are in Pakistan, but unfortunately I couldn't get any. So what I could get was India, and KPMG has conducted a fraud survey in India last year. It was 1,000 CEOs, CFOs, and chief internal auditors, or head of audit, whatever you call them, who were interviewed in the survey, or survey was conducted through them. The population was 1,000. See what they said. 75% of them said, and India and Pakistan are in the same region, so at least we can say that we are into the similar kind of region, not far away. Fraud in India is on the rise. 75% said this. 54% said fraud within their industry is on the rise. 45% said fraud within their organization has increased. 81% said financial statements fraud is a major issue. 63% said desire to meet or exceed market expectation is the main reason behind this kind of financial, we call it engineering, or frauds or misrepresentations. 62% said another reason is strict disciplinary action is not there. So that's why people, try to do these things. 41% said that there is one more reason, which is lack of fraud risk management framework in the organizations. 58% said lack of proper use of data analytics.